Good morning. Today I spent the morning in Sea Space, although I was going to film, but then when we got there, it was full of kids and families and stuff. So obviously I didn't want to just put a camera in the corner and film stuff. Apparently it's half term, which now that I don't work in a surf school, I had no idea. So everyone's on holiday again for like 2 weeks in October. Didn't film that, but basically what I've been working on is a lot of website stuff and a lot of outreach, messaging people I know in industries, people who work for agencies, people who work for marketing companies, partnership companies, and just trying to get a foot in the door, just trying to let them know that I'm here to take photos and videos and work on my website so that I have stuff to show them. Speaking with Dill, we're sort of going along the lines of a portfolio, but in the way of a website page rather than just a PDF that people can scroll through. So that's cool. These reels have been rattling out and they've gotten quite a lot of attention. The goal is to try and get some shoots this month. I've just got my ticket to ride retainer, which is fine. I can live off it, kind of. But it would be nice to be a bit busier and have some shoots. I've got lots booked for January. January is going to be busy. I'll be in Sri Lanka from the end of January until the start of April, end of March. I've got other things booked next year that's going to be really exciting and really fun. So the vlogs will change and the vlogs will have more going on. But right now it's a lot of admin, a lot of chasing, a lot of laptop, which I don't know is very entertaining, but we're going to film it anyway, and that's the reason for this vlog. And I also said in the last video, which at this moment in time hasn't been uploaded yet, so I don't know what the comments were. If there's anything you like to watch within these vlogs, if you anything I've stopped doing that you were like, oh, it's kind of what I really liked watching or finding out about, leave a comment below and I'll start doing that more, because I have been second guessing and wondering whether or not people want to see the boring and mundane of a freelance life. It's raining, it's grey, it's cold, it's 11 degrees, which isn't as cold as I thought it would be. Why do I do this to myself? I'm surfing again, surf coaching, just to get a little bit of pocket money. I haven't had many shoots on. I've got a personal project that I want to work on, which I can probably do next week. Ideally, I'd like it not to rain. Out of the way, can't, because it requires me being outside for most of the day. So it's almost the end of half term here in the UK. So the kids are going back to school next week. I got a message from a manager saying, are you free to do a surf lesson? And I said, yes. So I'm off to do a surf lesson in the rain, in the cold. Luckily, not on my own. I've got a coach helping me out, which is cool. Makes life a lot easier and a lot more fun. And then I have no other plans for the rest of the day. Again, I had a nice call with Dale yesterday. I was feeling down again, which is fucking annoying. But just cold call people and you message people and you email people and no one gets back. And you're just like, ah, or people get back to you and go, no. But after a call with Dale yesterday, he motivated me again, gave me more ideas on how to let the community know that basically networking. We did talk a bit more about specifically what, and I do know this, networking is a thing that we need to do. And it, I guess, does get harder, or it should maybe get easier in the winter because there are less people around. And if I'm around, then they remember me. But we have a networking idea that I'm going to implement next week. So I'm going to make this little project. I have another carousel post that I'm going to upload either today or tomorrow, which I saw basically changing my Instagram to be a bit more personal as well as work related, rather than just work related, so that people know who I am and what I like and stuff. I just dropped Lucy off at the train station. She is in London for the next 5 days, and although this looks sus, camera, lights, bed, lights, This is just a set for me talking to the camera. So the idea is that it's just gonna look like this. So I've had people comment saying, am I starting an OnlyFans? I'm not starting an OnlyFans unless you want to see pictures of my toe, my dead toe. I've got a dead toe, which is weird. So I'm setting that stuff up in there just now. Basically, with Lucy being gone, I'm just kind of taking this weekend as a content weekend and just trying to brush up, film some more content so that I have more stuff coming out, because that is the sort of idea that Dill and I came up with for my business, to try and push it a bit more on Instagram and kind of getting more people engaging with what I do, and then I can swoop in and be like, I can do this for you too. Please hire me. So that's today. So the idea is that I can switch them on for you so you can see. This is going to be a key light, which basically, hold on, probably on a potato. This is going to be a key light. So if I'm sat here, it's sort of around my shoulder area and like the back of my head. It's out of shot of the camera. And then this is going to be my main light. I'm still learning about names of things. But if I switch this on, you now have two lights. One is on this face and one should be giving you like a little background light. The background of the actual shot is probably a bit plain. I'm going to try and get some posters and some things to be in the back, but it has to be signed off from Lucy as well, because it's not just my room, it's a spare room, and we're going to use it for guests as well as my filming space. But this is kind of what we're going to go for. Keep an eye out for reels, because I'm making more. So that's the task for today. It's lunchtime. I'm going to make some lunch, and then I'm meeting a mate for a coffee who is another photographer called Lewis Pinder. He used to work for Ticket to Ride as their photographer, but now he does his own stuff. So I'm just going to have a chat with him. I feel like it's always good to chat with people who are in the industry and in your town. So I'm going to go hang out, have a coffee and have a chat. And, you know, I'm not expecting anything from it. I just want to have a chat, you know. I think it's always good to be in people's radar and make them aware that you're around, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm also contemplating whether or not I shave this beard off or not, because it's looking pretty bad. Thing that's really annoying is these are my DJI mics, and it came in a really nice bag and I've lost the bag. Luckily I still have the jack so I can plug it into my camera, but it must be in the house. There's no, like, I can't think of anywhere else where it would be. That's just annoying that I've lost it in the process of moving everything into here. Yes, yes, I'm a photographer. Hey, yes, hire me please.